Similk, we're still here at the 3-star Sheraton Hotel.
Yep, we sure are. Passing the mahjong room and the snooker room. Gonna go hit the beach.
They ended up charging us a little more because they charged us for currency conversion on
my credit card. Which is kind of ridiculous considering it's an American chain.
Now, we are going to go and hopefully redeem this hotel by going to their private beach.
Wait, what?
So, Similk.
Are you serious?
Between 12 and 3, we're not allowed on the beach and it's locked.
Because they said it's too hot.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I've got to tell you. Okay, I know you like this place very much, but
Do I?
I
have been here. It's very nice inside. It's actually quite good. Very, very impressed.
What I see here...
Do I like this place? Have I expressed that? This is massively good. Like,
I don't know, but what I see here is a smokestack from some or other factory over there. Okay, a fence over there that looks like Soviet-era gulag, rusty old crap, and a small little swimming area where you're allowed to be in this tiny little kind of shark net area, which is tiny, by the way.
You can find a way down there.
We are here at the Chinese beach.
The Chinese beach. There's a lot of beaches in China, but we're here at one of them.
Yeah.
It's up to you to decide. If you watched our last episode, you probably know where it is. But either way, we actually can't get on the beach. We had to break the rules to get on here. Why?
Well, they think it's too dangerous, and they have signs saying that during midday and 3 p.m. it's too hot, so they don't allow anyone on the beach because it's too hot. They also say that there's, you know, strong currents and all sorts of nonsense here as well.
Also, man-of-war jellyfish, which are the worst jellyfish in the world, apparently. I've swam here a few times, and I've never been blocked by time restrictions. I think it's a little bit ridiculous, but it all plays into our topic today, which is...
Chinese people don't swim.
Yeah, or even most of them can't.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's really the gist of it. So we're going to be talking about why. And before we do, I'm going to put in some footage here, and you're going to see that, you know, if you go to the beaches here in China, when people are swimming, of course, there's no one on this beach right now because it's actually locked.
Right.
But when people do go swimming at the beach, they always use those flotation rings.
Right. And
remember, on the way here, we saw a bunch being sold on the side of the road. If you go near any kind of beach or hot spring resort, you always see them selling bikinis and swimming costumes in those flotation rings. And that is simply because most Chinese people can't swim.
Yes. I'm going to go break the rules here. They have a fence that blocks off the private beach from the public beach. I'm going to sneak past it and see what happens. And you're going to shoot me doing it.
Yeah, okay, I will. Beach. And bam, there he is. He's free. He's now on the public beach, on a public beach in China.
Oh, we're getting in trouble. I'm in trouble. I better run out. I better run out before he catches me. Ah!
这已经关闭了。
什么？
这里已经关闭了。
关闭了。
因为是浪有点大，而且是高温的嘛，就怕人。现在已经没人管了。
嗯，啊，明白明白。
对，所以就先离开一下。
好，我告诉他没事，我们10分钟后走了。He says the waves are too high and the temperature is too high. So basically he's saying there's no one here to like look after you if you swim.
Right.
Yeah, which is a very Chinese thing. Now, as a foreigner who can swim pretty well, I find it very frustrating here because if you do go to the beach, they don't really want you to swim outside of those little netted areas, and they don't like you to swim out far. And of course, there's reasons for this, and that is there are a lot of drownings because, like I said before, Chinese people aren't very good at swimming. What do you think of that little thing? Seems to work, huh?
Yeah, it almost took your head off.
Yeah, I know. You've got to be careful of that.
So I just got in trouble for swimming on the beach, and even not on the private beach. I went to the public beach because we reiterated, right? It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's dangerous because man-of-war jellyfish. The tide is too rough, and to me, those waves don't even look good enough to even do a little boogie board in our body surfing. So
I agree. They're really not fantastically
big. A surfer would be very disappointed. So, as we were saying, I was banned from the beach because Chinese people can't swim. Now, the vast majority of Chinese people I'm talking about can't swim in situations where you would either need to, you know, save your life, so maybe on the beach or something like that, or do anything more than just kind of floating around. And a lot of people can't even do that.
Let's get past here. I'm getting all soaked.
Okay. So the vast majority of people can't swim in China.
Yeah.
And that is because swimming, well, there's a lot of reasons, right? Swimming, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the first thing is the way children are brought up here.
Yeah.
They're very mollycoddled.
Right.
And they're not encouraged to play outside. In fact, the grandparents and parents, so you got like 2 generations of, you know, parents basically looking after the child, and they refuse to let them play outside, climb trees. They're too afraid to let them go near water, because they're afraid they're going to drown or get hurt.
Just like that lifeguard was with us.
Yeah, so basically, I think that's the number one reason is the fact that children are brought up, they're severely protected here. Whoa.
Right. Whoa!
Right.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so it's pretty crappy. That's the first thing. And you know, they rather make sure they study than go out and swim at the swimming pools.
Sure. The aquatic center.
Yep. So what's
the second reason I would say is because there hasn't been, you know, historically a easy access to swimming pools, right?
Yeah.
Swimming pools is how most people, you know, get to learn how to swim. So when you're not when you don't have a swimming pool in your household or at the park or whatever, you know, that's a fairly recent occurrence here, then you're not going to be able to learn how to swim. So that's very simple.
Yeah.
Another one is it's actually funny history. In 1956, Chairman Mao tried to make swimming like a national institution. So he would do these huge things where he'd swim in the rivers. Right. And everyone like, Mao, you're going to die. This is so dangerous, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, China will swim, right?
Right.
Never took off. And, you know, swimming is basically, if you're swimming here, you're either swimming competitively for, you know, the Olympics type stuff.
Yeah.
Not on a high school swim team. High school swim teams are like not a thing here.
No, they're not.
So yeah, it's like really competitive, or you're going up to your knees with a life preserver or a life ring around you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very strange, and that's why you can see we're in the middle of summer and there's no one on the beach.
Yeah, well, correct.
And you can go to beaches with lots of people, but they're usually not swimming very deep.
Yeah, you know, and also like there are time limits. You can't be swimming at night.
Right.
You can't be swimming during the middle of the day.
Right.
And you will always have people with loudspeakers shouting at anybody who goes like just a little bit out.
Right.
You know, it's just too dangerous.
Right.
So.
Now, I've always found it really interesting because I was not only the captain of my swim team, but I was also a lifeguard for about 5 years. And when I came to China, I would go to the lakes, I'd go to the rivers, I'd go to the oceans. Yeah. And just like today, I would get scolded, right?
Yeah.
Number 2, one time I went to the lake where the water was incredibly shallow, right?
Right.
People were screaming at me. They were like, dude, get out of the water, you're gonna die. Oh my God. And I was like, what are you talking about? Relax, you know?
Exactly.
It's very strange.
It's incredibly strange, and it's very understandable, but at the same time very frustrating. Like if you go to a pool here, they won't let you like jump in the water. You can only walk down on the stairs. They don't encourage any kind of
horseplay
and fun, so there's no bomb drops or anything
like that. Cannonballs.
Yeah, so you're basically just gonna have to get in there and slowly paddle around.
Yeah, actually, like the only stroke that Chinese people usually learn is the breaststroke.
Yeah.
The bad breaststroke, I'm gonna say, or frog stroke, it more looks like. Yeah. But very interesting. Hey, a coconut. Why is there a coconut?
I have no idea.
So yeah, when I first met my wife, you know, I wanted to go swimming at the beach, and she was like, I don't know how to swim, and I was baffled.
Yeah,
it's like that's something you learn.
Let's go down here.
Everyone learns how to swim when they're kids, right? And when you teach, you'll say how many people can swim.
Yeah.
And like 3 people in the classroom out of 30 will raise their hands.
I know, and you know, this is something I very often ask, you know, when I used to do training, adults and, you know, teenagers, children, doesn't matter who, but you ask them, like, who can actually swim here? And so few of them can. It's actually quite embarrassing.
It is weird. It's really weird. And I wonder what it's like in your country. So let us know in the comments, like, can people swim in your country? Is it a thing? Maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's like a Western thing. I don't know. Maybe all Asian people are like that. I have no idea. Yeah. Either way, I'm really hot, despite what it looks like. And I think we need to get on the bikes and go check out some other stuff.
We certainly do. Anyway, basically, guys, if you can swim, if you can't swim, you probably should learn how to swim, because it's just like eating, sleeping, walking.
One of those things.
It's one of the human
bike.
things. Babies can swim when you throw them in the water.
Right.
So learn how to swim. But if you can't swim, it doesn't matter. There's still time to learn.
There is.
We love you all the same, guys.
We do.
Until next time, stay awesome. And if you've got like this bee buzzing sound following us, it's because, yeah, we literally have a little bee following us.
Hi, bee.
Stay awesome, guys.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath,
We got another 10 years in them if you're lucky, you know, a lot of them. So when all the farmers go away, there's going to be no local food production in China.
I